Hey everyone.
What's up, guys? I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded.
I missed them a lot today.
I'm sorry about that.
I forgive you.
I just haven't had the time to record. Not that I haven't had the time. I've mostly been procrastinating, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like this is a good topic to talk about because I want to talk about Spider-Man. It has made a crap ton of money, like the most out of this year by far.
They love me.
I really enjoyed this film. I think it's by far the best Tom Holland Spider-Man film. But this is not without its flaws. And people calling it the greatest Spider-Man movie of all time, I think is a little insane. But we're all entitled to our own opinions, but I feel like the recency bias is kind of going crazy with this film specifically. And I think a good comparison to this film, and the one I want to talk about in comparison with this new one, is Spider-Man 2.
Pizza time.
I kind of started comparing that and realized how much better the stuff they try to do in Brand New Day is done in Spider-Man 2. And I know Spider-Man 2 is glazed crazy, but it's glazed for a reason. And I think it's a good comparison, specifically with the plot of this movie being Spider-Man has mental health problems, he's had a lot of crazy mental stuff going on in his life, and it is affecting his powers. But I want to talk about how specifically this new one kind of minimizes the impact of the story with all the other stuff it tries to do. Like in this one,
Today, Junior.
his arachnid stuff. It's kind of opposite from Tobey because Tobey starts losing his powers. His powers are enhancing.
Why is this happening to me?
I'm losing my mind.
There is almost little to no major consequences for his powers malfunctioning, other than him almost killing the cop.
Yeah, you gotta move.
In the span of maybe an hour into the film, he fixes it. He fixes it with the inhibitor, and it works.
That was easy.
After they're having that battle or whatever, he destroys it, and then he kind of just accepts the change or whatever. He has the "I'm both" scene, which I think is cool, but also I think him just kind of just controlling it all of a sudden kind of minimizes there was little to no impact of his powers malfunctioning. It kind of just worked out. Yeah. I feel like it's a lot more of a major inconvenience for Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man compared to Tom. Tom's, it becomes prominent and then kind of diminishes for a little bit when he fixes it and then kind of comes back at the end. In Tobey's movie, it's more of the narrative of the film. Him kind of just going through hell in the first 30, 40 minutes of the film, and his powers start to diminish and he starts losing them, but still he gets put in situations where he needs to be the hero, especially with when the building's on fire and he saves that kid without the powers, and it kind of shows him hey, sometimes I need to give up the things I want, even if it hurts. I got to be there for other people because they can't be there for themselves. New York needs a hero, pretty much. And Aunt May kind of gives him that speech. And then he gets his powers back after that speech from Aunt May, and he goes to the coffee shop or whatever, which I think it kind of comes out of nowhere where he fixes it too, kind of like in Tom, but I think it's more of a narrative. His mental health gets a lot better. He finds his purpose again to be Spider-Man. I also think that Harry and MJ in the Sam Raimi movies are a lot more characters rather than just motivations. You get scenes with just them alone, which you don't get a single scene with Ned or MJ where they're just by themselves. You don't get to really know their character at all. Their only purpose is to serve Spider-Man's character. They aren't their own characters. MJ in Sam Raimi has the acting thing. She's getting married to the astronaut guy. She's kind of toss and turn with her feelings for Peter. She wants to be with this new guy, but she still kind of has feelings for Peter. And then Harry, who's still grieving over his father's death, his best friend won't turn in the guy who killed him, and he still kind of has trying to carry his father's legacy. He has his own character. Both of those characters. Compared to MJ, who's just kind of just there for the love interest. And I think especially, I think they do good stuff with her character, but I think it's not as much of an impact. Sure, she has the scene where she says she doesn't love Peter, but it's sad, and that is a heartbreaking scene, and I think that scene is really well written. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter that much. Like I said, it's briefly sad, but it doesn't affect him that much. He has like the sad swing back, but then right after we have the scene with Ned and stuff, and he's having a fun time. Compared to Toby, on the night of the planetarium, where his best friend hates him, slaps him in the face. His girl of his dreams is getting married, and he can't be with her because he wants to protect her. She hates him, tells him that she's just leaves her disappointed, and he's supposed to be her best friend, but she won't be there, but he won't be there for her. Like, and that he immediately loses his powers after that. Like, it's much more of an impact on the story. And I just, like, and I feel like that's been an issue, not even just in this movie with MJ and Ned, but in general. I feel like they don't have that much to them as characters. Like, they have good scenes. I think there's a lot of good scenes and there's good moments through their friendship, but they don't have their own characters. They don't have their own motivations. They don't have their stuff outside of Peter Parker as Spider-Man. They don't feel characters. They're all just surrounded by Peter Parker as Spider-Man. Another thing I feel like Sam Raimi does with its characters a lot better is the villain. And I think this is my biggest issue with Brand New Day, is the villain of this movie. Jean Grey.
Come on, you're not a killer, Jean.
No.
Spoilers. I feel like everyone knew it was Jean Grey. Steve Lacy spoiled it. Jean Grey. I honestly don't like her as a villain. I really don't like how she's written at all. And I think it's the biggest issue for me for this film. And ever since I first watched it, I was like, I want to fully love this film, but I think the villain was just kind of not well written. How I say that is, I think Jean Grey, first off, isn't even a Spider-Man villain. You know how huge of a roster Spider-Man has?
Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny Carvel, him, her, him, bodies.
You had so many villains to choose from. And you picked one that wasn't even a Spider-Man villain. And I feel like they put her in this film to get people to care about her character, to set up the X-Men. I feel like they just shoved her in here to get people to care about the X-Men, because that's what they're doing. They already released the cast for the X-Men movie. And I feel like she's just not that well written for me. I think her motivation is okay, but first off, she knew her sister was kidnapped. She didn't know her sister died until the last 30 minutes of the film. So her straight up murdering innocent people, borderline SAing someone, is not forgivable. Why are we acting like she's okay to go, let go at the end because her sister died? Compared to Doc Ock, whose wife died, his ending is so much more impactful and good. Him not wanting to die a monster and him personally sacrificing himself to help Spider-Man because he, the speech they have, the fighting isn't what got to them. I think the words, the words made a lot more impact, and that they both kind of have that in the redeeming factors, but I think he's redeemed a lot more better in my opinion because it feels a lot more earned, because it's his own words being used against him, because he was a good guy to start with before he became a villain, and he already had an impact on Peter Parker's character before. That's also another thing I have with the Tom Holland films. The villains in Sam Raimi and the Amazing Spider-Man know Spider-Man before they turn to a villain. They're more interconnected with Spider-Man as a character. Like the Green Goblin was a father figure to Spider-Man. Doc Ock was a mentor. Sandman killed Uncle Ben. Venom, he was like a rival, like they worked together. Eddie was a co-worker. Harry was his best friend. They all have interconnection to Peter Parker before they have connections to Spider-Man. So Jean Grey has little to no impact on Peter Parker other than just be a nuisance to get what she wants. If she just, I know this is a thing that you can say about any film. If she just talked to Spider-Man, right? Because on the rewatch, she just says, "I need VMAX." You know what that sounds like? Something to destroy the world. if you could say, they kidnapped my sister, the government agency you're working for kidnapped my sister, I want to get her back. Sucker, he would have helped you out. And he does. As soon as he finds that out, he does. He goes and helps her. And I just like it took like Aunt May's little speech to make her fully like redeemable. Like, she doesn't even go to prison. Bare minimum for a villain. Doesn't even get to go to prison. She just gets on a bus and gets to live her life. How is that fair? She's evil. I don't like her. And I feel like her ending and redemption arc is not good. It's not good.
It's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Jean Grey, I think Sadie Sink plays her really well, and I like her character. I just don't like her as a Spider-Man villain, if that makes sense. Like, her character, I think, is good, but I would rather it be in any other film.
Are you serious?
Okay, so one new information as I was making this video, and I think it is good to talk about. I know I'm not mic'd up right now, and I'm sorry if the audio is really, really bad in this part, but I felt the need to point this out because this is a brand new thing. This literally, I found out about it like a couple days ago. Apparently, in Brand New Day, they happen to use AI, which I know every single commentary YouTuber on the planet talks about how AI is bad. But I think this is necessary to point out because they used it for the concept art of New York. Sucker, it's New York. It's a real place. It's there. Why do you need AI for that? It's just so stupid. The good news is, like, they didn't put it in the film, but, like, still, it's part of the process that they used the AI to design the city. And I know they did the city by hand. They didn't use AI effects. I know it's not that big of a deal, but I just think that's just, like, it's so stupid. It's New York, bro. It's a real place. You can go see it. You have so much. It's New York. It's probably, like, the most documented city of all time. Why do you need AI to figure out what New York looks like? And it's just like, bro, I really, like, it was so unnecessary. That's the thing. It's just so stupidly unnecessary. And, like, it served no purpose. And I do, now thinking about it, New York does kind of look a little bit weird in that film. I mean, like, it's not bad. Like I said, they made this stuff by hand. So, I mean, like, they filmed it. And it's not on the film, so it's not the end of the world. I just thought it was an interesting thing. It's just like, bro, really? It's just like, I just hate how it's implemented for, like, stupid reasons. Like, it's not even a good enough reason to put it in the film. Like, you shouldn't put it in the film regardless because it's AI. No one likes AI. No one's gonna like AI. I just feel that they need to point that out, but it's just another topic. I can go a whole rabbit hole on how I feel about AI in film, but I just find that kind of interesting.
But yeah, those are just my thoughts on the film. Tell me if you guys agree with this. I know it's probably gonna be a little bit of a more hot take video, because I know everyone say like this is the best Spider-Man film of all time. But I just feel like it's good to kind of just point this out. Like I said, I loved it. I loved seeing it. It was great. I saw it twice. And it was an awesome experience. And it is a very memorable experience to go see it for me. It was great. It was a great experience. I just don't think this film is without its flaws, is my point. And I think just because of recency bias, and I know we've waited for this film for a long time, but I don't think we should just blindly say that because they recreated the comic stuff, and the swing is really great, and the suit's really great, and the music's awesome. And I think those are great parts, but I think we still gotta critique the film story-wise, because I still don't think it's not really perfect, and I think it still has some of the same issues the previous films had. And I love Tom Holland, bro. Tom Holland's a great Spider-Man. I'm not trying to say he's a terrible Spider-Man. I just think the more the writing film needs to be done better. I think Tom Holland is great. His acting's great. He does a lot for his character. And he's, it's great. But I just think that I just want them to work on some of this stuff for the later films. And hope they can fix some of it. But tell me what you guys think, if you agree or disagree. I'll try to get another video out soon. Probably a month from now. I'll probably do one monthly. I think that's probably a good time. Because I also got college stuff to do, but, I'll upload. But thank you for watching this video. Please don't Please don't fry me in the comments. I feel like I'm gonna get fucking flamed for this video. But, yeah.